Hey, welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really powerful idea that could completely change how you think about your ambitions. It's called the architecture of achievement, and it's all about why focusing on systems, well, it just crushes focusing on goals.
All right, let's kick things off with a question I think we've all asked ourselves at some point. Why do most New Year's resolutions fail? You know the feeling, right? All that excitement and energy on January 1st just kind of fizzles out by February. It's a super frustrating cycle.
And that right there, that brings us to what we can call the resolution paradox. We have these amazing intentions, we set these big, inspiring goals, but somehow it's just never quite enough to actually get us there. So what's the missing piece? Well, get this. Here's a kind of radical thought for you. The way we've all been taught to succeed, by setting those huge, ambitious goals, that might actually be the very thing that's setting us up to fail. Think about it. We're so focused on the finish line, we completely forget to build the road that gets us there.
So, if goals are the problem, what's the solution? It's all about a fundamental shift in how you see things, moving from goals to systems. We're going to take our attention off that one-time finish line and put it squarely on the daily process.
And this slide just breaks it down so perfectly. See, goals are all about some future outcome. Yeah, they give you a temporary burst of motivation, but at the end of the day, you don't fully control the outcome. Systems, though, they're about what you're doing right now, in the present. They give you this continuous, steady motivation, and here's the key, they're based on actions you have 100% control over. And that is a game changer.
In this quote, man, it just nails the whole idea. Just let this sink in for a second. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So your big ambition doesn't actually determine your success. It's your daily habits, your processes that do. When your motivation inevitably dips, your system is the safety net that catches you.
Okay, so if systems are the answer, what do they actually look like? How do you build one? This is where we get practical. Let's break down the 5 core systems you can start building for real, consistent progress. So here they are, the big 5: energy, focus, identity, execution, and environment. The best way to think about these is like they're the 5 main pillars of your own personal achievement architecture. Each one holds the others up, creating this solid structure that makes your progress almost automatic.
First up, we've got energy. This is the bedrock, right? Without your physical and mental energy, literally nothing else can happen. So the system here is about managing your sleep, your food, your exercise. This isn't a goal like lose 10 pounds. It's the actual engine that powers everything else you do.
Okay, next up, focus. If energy is the engine, then focus is your steering wheel. This is the system for pointing all that energy exactly where it needs to go, on your daily process. It's about building habits that minimize distractions so you can do the real, deep work that actually moves the needle.
Now this next one, this one is so incredibly powerful. It's identity. You see, your systems aren't just about the things you do, they actively shape the person you become. Every single time you follow your system, you write that one page, you go for that run, you're casting a vote for being a writer or being a runner. Your actions start to build a new identity.
Number 4 is execution. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's the system of just doing the work, showing up consistently, day in, day out, especially on those days where you really don't feel like it. It's the discipline of running the plays and just trusting the process.
And last, but definitely not least, we have environment. You can think of this one as your secret weapon. It's all about designing your physical and social world to support your good habits. You know, laying out your gym clothes the night before, or blocking distracting websites while you work. You're basically rigging the game in your own favor.
So you see, when you start putting all these 5 systems together, you're not just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best anymore. You are actively building an achievement architecture. You're designing a life that's built to deliver the results you want, almost on autopilot. Look, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this simple but profound idea. Stop chasing goals. Just stop. Instead, put all that energy into one thing. Build the system, and trust that the results will take care of themselves.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. Take a look back at those 5 pillars: energy, focus, identity, execution, and environment. Be honest with yourself. Which one is your weakest link right now? What is the very first system you're going to start building today?